do not have a debate. But when the pro-Khalistani elements tried to bring down the tricolour in the Red Fort, when the consequences became too dangerous to own up for, that is when they do not want to speak a word. If you do not understand the complexities of the Northeast, then enter into a debate on it. Let there be a demand for a proper debate, not just on Manipur, but the entire Northeastern Parliament, and let that be a debate that continues till we find some kind of an intellectual resolution. But do not play with the sentiments of the people of the Northeast. Do not play with the national security. These are complex issues. They require deep and immediate solutions.
No numbers, but opposition moves no confidence motion. Is the no confidence motion simply to derail Parliament? Is Congress disrupting to avoid Delhi ordinance issue? Arnab debates at 10 p.m.
We do what no other network does.
We sting like no other network stings.
We confront those who no other network can.
We fight back like no other network can.
We go where no other.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. The new Kia Seltos, Century Ply, Epson Eco Tank Printers and Motorola Razr 40 Ultra. Co-powered by Sera and Maersk.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. I just drove back from Pragati Maidan, what has been Pragati Maidan over the years and which is now the center of the Bharat Mandapam. The Bharat Mandapam, which is a world-class international convention center in the heart of the national capital. And during the inauguration of the Bharat Mandapam, the Prime Minister addressed a huge crowd, and it was a speech that was followed by millions on social media. And the Prime Minister, clearly aware that he was addressing a very large audience, made it very clear that he has already, at this point of time, planned the agenda of his third term. And that is why my hashtag tonight, ladies and gentlemen, hashtag Modi third term. If you heard the Prime Minister today, the effortlessness and the absolute and utter confidence with which he declared the intention of his third term, you would be left in no doubt that the result of the 2024 elections appears, at least for the BJP, to be an absolute certainty. But there was more. The Prime Minister has been batting on the front foot. In his speech, he spoke about think big, dream big, act big. And he made it clear that on the one side, he has his intention, he has his confidence towards execution, he has his clarity about his vision, and on the other side, there are people who have blocked him, his projects, because they are more concerned about whether Narendra Modi will leave his mark on Indian history and not concerned with what happens to the nation. They are more concerned with blocking Narendra Modi, not concerned with the fact that in the process of trying to block Narendra Modi, they shall become speed breakers in the story of India's national growth. So when Narendra Modi speaks about a Viksit Bharat, the opposition feels that that is a way in which the BJP and Narendra Modi put their stamp on Indian history, and therefore they have to be blocked. And naturally today, at the inauguration of this huge monument of India's development, the Bharat Mandapam, the Prime Minister left the negativity brigade red-faced. He reminded them of the way they had tried to block the International Convention Center project. And he said, with more than a dose of sarcasm, that he's also aware of the fact that the same people who tried to block the convention center from being built, the same people who do not applaud when India becomes the 5th largest economy in the world, the same people who do not appreciate the fact that 35,000 lakh crores has been put into investment in infrastructure and national growth. He said it, that the same people who've been blocking all these things will be wanting to attend events at the convention center. But ladies and gentlemen, the Prime Minister wasn't just being sarcastic. The Prime Minister was expressing something which is a truth. Ladies and gentlemen, the new Parliament building has been blocked by the negativity brigade. Can they deny it? Can they deny that the Central Vista Virodhi Bharat campaign was launched by opposition members of Parliament in 2021? And 1 year later, they wanted an invite for the opposition? Can they deny, ladies and gentlemen, that in 2019, bizarre articles appeared in Chinese media, Chinese-funded media houses that compared the project to develop the national capital to stifling dissent, saying that Narendra Modi has a very disturbing history, and I'm quoting, of erecting grandiose structures by stifling the dissent of the local people. And ladies and gentlemen, these are the same people who are now holding protests at Kartavya Path. If you were to analyze the Prime Minister's speech today, what he has done is that he has put his vision on the one side and pitted it against the opposition's perpetual criticism of his projects. The Prime Minister has been launching the campaign with absolutely fierce gusto over the last few days. And therefore, we are totally in now the 10-month run-up to the general elections. Ladies and gentlemen, it's 2024 time. The general elections are virtually upon us. In an intensely political country like India, 10 months pass very quickly. 4 months from now, we'll be in the 6-month run-up to a general election. And the whole country is talking about just one thing. Will Modi get a third term? Therefore, my hashtag opens up with that speech of the Prime Minister today. I'll run excerpts in case you missed it. And the hashtag for tonight, and not just for tonight, operationally not just for tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is hashtag Modi third term. That's debate number 1, viewers. Coming your way in the next 3 minutes. Debate number 1 on Modi's third term. His declaration of his vision for his third term and his stinging attack on the negativity brigade at the International Convention Center event today. And debate number 2 is the bogey of a no-confidence motion, the futility of a no-confidence motion, the sham of a no-confidence motion, the distraction of a no-confidence motion, and the lie of a no-confidence motion. And here are the headlines this Wednesday evening on the debate tonight.
तीसरे टर्म में दुनिया की पहली 3 इकोनॉमीज में एक नाम भारत का होगा, और ये मोदी की गारंटी है। मोदी की गारंटी है।
Prime Minister declares India will be the 3rd biggest economy in the world in his third term.
हमारे देश में कुछ अलग सोच के लोग भी हैं, नकारात्मक सोच वालों की कोई कमी तो है नहीं हमारे यहाँ। इस निर्माण को रोकने के लिए भी नकारात्मक सोच वालों ने क्या-क्या कोशिशें नहीं की, लेकिन जहां सत्य होता है।
Stinging attack on the negativity brigade, the Prime Minister says even the critics will eventually be forced to come around.
Think big, dream big, act big. इस सिद्धांत को अपनाते हुए भारत आज तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है।
From Bharat Mandapam, he sends out a message to New India: think big, dream big, and act big.
मैं उन सदस्यों से जो इस प्रस्ताव की अनुमति दिए जाने के पक्ष में ये अनुरोध करता हूँ, वो अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं।
Congress and BRS both move no confidence motions against the NDA government speaker to decide on date. Modi-led NDA has the numbers, but opposition heads to waste parliament's time and taxpayer money. And India pays tribute to the heroes who sacrificed their lives in Kargil 24 years ago. The Republic Network salutes their valor. Ladies and gentlemen, at the Bharat Mandapam inauguration this evening, the Prime Minister has pledged to make India one of the top 3 economies of the world during his 3rd term as Prime Minister. The dream big, think big, act big approach of the Prime Minister was visible in the speech. Here are some takeaways, some clips, and then we shall debate.
As Prime Minister Modi inaugurated Bharat Mandapam, the revamped ITPO complex in the heart of New Delhi, his rousing speech has set the roadmap for a developed India.
आज देश का विश्वास पक्का हो गया है कि अब भारत की विकास यात्रा रुकने वाली नहीं है। मैं देश को ये भी विश्वास दिलाऊंगा कि तीसरे टर्म में दुनिया की पहली 3 इकोनॉमीज में एक नाम भारत का होगा और ये मोदी की गारंटी है। लेकिन हमारे देश में कुछ अलग सोच के लोग भी हैं। नकारात्मक सोच वालों की कोई कमी तो है नहीं हमारे यहां। इस निर्माण को रोकने के लिए भी नकारात्मक सोच वालों ने क्या क्या कोशिशें नहीं की। खूब तूफान मचाया गया, अदालतों के चक्कर काटे गए। लेकिन जहां सत्य होता है वहां ईश्वर भी होता है। लेकिन अब ये सुंदर परिसर आपकी आंखों के सामने मौजूद है। दरअसल कुछ लोगों की फितरत होती है हर अच्छे काम को रोकने की, टोकने की। अब आपको याद होगा जब कर्तव्य पथ बन रहा था तो न जाने क्या क्या कथाएं चल रही थी। फ्रंट पेज पर ब्रेकिंग न्यूज में क्या कुछ चल रहा था। अदालत में भी न जाने कितने मामले उठाए गए थे। लेकिन जब अब कर्तव्य पथ बन गया, वे लोग भी दबी जुबान में कहने लगे यार अच्छा हुआ है, कुछ देश की शोभा बढ़ाने वाला है। साथियों, आज पूरी दुनिया भारत की ओर देख रही है। भारत आज वो हासिल कर रहा है जो पहले अकल्पनीय था, कोई सोच भी नहीं सकता था। विकसित होने के लिए हमें बड़ा सोचना ही होगा, बड़े लक्ष्य हासिल करने ही होंगे। इसलिए थिंक बिग, ड्रीम बिग, एक्ट बिग, इस सिद्धांत को अपनाते हुए भारत आज तेजी से आगे बढ़ रहा है। हमने दुनिया को दिखाया कि भारत की सांस्कृतिक शक्ति क्या है, भारत की विरासत क्या है, विविधताओं के बीच भी भारत किस प्रकार से प्रगति कर रहा है, भारत किस प्रकार से विविधता को सेलिब्रेट करता है। और यही तो सुशासन है, यही तो गुड गवर्नेंस है। नेशन फर्स्ट, सिटीजन फर्स्ट की भावना पर चलते हुए ही हम भारत को विकसित भारत बनाने वाले हैं।
Let's debate.
And today, in external locations, Gaurav Bhatia, national spokesperson of the BJP, Kartik Reddy, national spokesperson of the BRS, Mohammad Tausif Rahman, national spokesperson of the TMC, Reena Gupta with me in the studio, national spokesperson of the AAP, Pankaj Sharma is a senior journalist with me in the studio, member of the All India Congress Committee, Romesh Sabharwal, with me on my right, well-known lawyer and social media, I would say social media sensation, Ishkaran Bhandari, and Shantanu Gupta, a very well-known author and respected political analyst. Thank you very much, everyone. I just came from that event, and I just want to ask you, Reena, I just want to ask you, Pankaj ji and Romesh ji, kya aap, will you criticize this too? Just one question, before I go to Gaurav, will you criticize Bharat Mandapam too? You have criticized the new parliament building.
Why should we?
You have criticized Central Vista.
Why should we?
You have criticized.
Why should we?
No, because maybe
we are Indians.
जैसे Prime Minister ने कहा
भारतीय
फितरत
नहीं उनकी सोच है, हमारी सोच
Prime Minister ने कहा फितरत होती है,
उनकी सोच है, हमारी नहीं है.
But will you criticize this?
No, why
do you
should
feel proud?
We feel proud. We congratulate.
Do you feel proud?
हम बधाई देते हैं. हम बधाई देते हैं देश की जनता को, देश की सरकार को, दोनों को देते हैं.
मगर did Prime Minister Modi have?
Why not?
When he was making these,
he is not making it. He is leading the government.
No, see,
every prime minister has done the work
so
for this
country. Do you mean that the sort of previous prime ministers built monuments by hand? What do you mean he's not? Why do you want to deny credit?
लेकिन उनको भी तो मिलता था क्रेडिट.
आपको क्रेडिट क्यों नहीं देना?
नहीं, हम दे तो रहे हैं.
कोविड के समय में आपने कितना तमाशा किया है?
क्या हालत थी मजदूरों की?
आपने क्यों?
कोरोना में क्या हालत थी मजदूरों की?
People were given employment. Why can't you appreciate?
हम हमारे चश्मे चार हमारी.
I want to get a response. Why can't you?
चार already है हमारी.
I want to get Gaurav Bhatia on this because I heard that. I felt proud. Let me tell you, I was sitting there in one of the front rows and I looked back. I was amazed.
मेरे father
I saw. See, मैंने ऐसा convention center I have not seen in my life.
My father was having a cycle.
So my question.
And he bought a scooter.
No. But
then he bought a Maruti car.
I'm not speaking about.
Life is a journey.
No, life is not a journey. I'm talking about the journey of the country.
और लोग आएंगे 100 साल बाद इतने बड़े-बड़े बनाएंगे.
What is Narendra Modi's contribution to the journey of this country, Mr. Sabharwal? बोलने में आपको तकलीफ क्यों होती है?
हम deny थोड़ा कर.
आप कर रहे हैं. Gaurav Bhatia.
From cycle we have come to car.
No.
Take the admission that Prime Minister Modi has brought the nation.
I am
aeroplane में थोड़ा ले आए.
It's a good admission.
I am only asking.
सबकी बात है ना.
I am asking.
इंदिरा गांधी ने भी काम किया, नेहरू जी ने भी काम किया.
Let me get Gaurav Bhatia and then I'll get.
राजीव जी ने भी काम किया.
2 versus 2. Gaurav Bhatia, the Prime Minister said कि कई लोगों की फितरत होती है हर चीज में नेगेटिविटी.
Oh God.
नहीं, oh God मत बोलिए. This answer is not oh God. The question is, I would also say, oh God, why do you object to everything? Oh God, why can't you ever praise what the government has done? Oh God, why can't you think that the Bharat Mandapam Central Vista project, new parliament building is good for the country? Oh God, why can't you be proud of the fact that the Prime Minister says we are going to be the third term? Why don't you say, oh God, we are happy about where the country is going? Gaurav Bhatia is responding on the debate, though I want to debate with you. Gaurav Bhatia.
India is not functional.
So Arda.
1 minute, Tausif. Gaurav Bhatia, 1 versus 1. Can I get the windows, please? Yeah, Gaurav Bhatia. Yeah.
Yes. One thing that came up is a third term for Modi ji. And I must say that you were present at the inauguration. You felt proud as an Indian. That's the spirit that should be inculcated even within the opposition parties. आज इनके लिए एक और बर्नॉल मोमेंट आया है, जख्मों पे आपने नमक डाला है, and the reason is very simple. They can't see India growing as an economy, as a nation. They can't accept the fact that Modi ji today is the tallest leader in the world, not just India. And I must say, एक अर्ज किया है शेर, अकेले ही चला था जानिबे मंजिल, लोग आते गए कारवा बनता गया। 140 करोड़ भारतीय आज ब्लेसिंग्स देते हैं श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को, because Modi ji is the best thing that could have happened to India, and especially at a very crucial juncture. And let me tell you, he's already created history. How, Arnab? Article 370. 70 years, 55 years Congress was in power, could not abrogate it when the word was temporary. Narendra Modi ji had the will, because he did not indulge in appeasement politics. One rank, one pension, an idea that was floated by the UPA government, highly corrupt and policy paralysis ridden. It was implemented by Modi ji. And I must also remind, Arnab, you remember the economy? Modi ji today said it would be the third largest economy. It was fragile 5 during the UPA era. And A.K. Antony साहब ने कहा, राफेल लाने के लिए रुपए नहीं है, बुलेट प्रूफ जैकेट देने के लिए रुपए नहीं है जवानों को, लेकिन सोनिया माता जी के लिए वीवीआईपी चॉपर आएगा। आज 2,30,000 बुलेट प्रूफ जैकेट भी आई हैं, वन रैंक वन पेंशन भी इंप्लीमेंट हुआ है, नेशनल वॉर मेमोरियल भी है, और साथ में नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस का स्टैचू हमने कर्तव्य पथ पे देखा। And the future belongs to India, and this is exactly what these Rupias who have shed their own
one thing is clear, that this one will have to give it to Modi ji, that there is no better event manager than the Prime Minister. Everything is an event management. बहुत जोर शोर से पार्लियामेंट बिल्डिंग का भी उद्घाटन किया था।
अरविंद केजरीवाल क्या कर रहे हैं? इश्तिहार जो देते हैं 1100 करोड़ का,
आपको बुरा नहीं लगा? मुझे अच्छा लगा, मुझे अच्छा लगा, बहुत अच्छा लगा। लेकिन
क्यों करें? आपको अच्छा लगा तो
आप लौट गए दिल पे,
उसी पार्लियामेंट में
छुरियां चल गई।
जो कर्तव्य पथ का
1100 करोड़, अरे तो पानी भरा था, तो अरविंद केजरीवाल बेंगलुरु में क्या कर रहे थे? तो अरविंद केजरीवाल बेंगलुरु में क्या कर रहे थे? मैडम पानी का बाल्टी लेने गए थे बेंगलुरु,
तो कोई मुझे बताए।
ये सवाल बनता है। अरविंद केजरीवाल बाल्टी लेने गए थे बेंगलुरु, अगर दिल्ली में पानी भरा था तो
बुंदेलखंड का इनॉग्रेशन हुआ, बुंदेलखंड बहने लगा। एयरपोर्ट का इनॉग्रेशन करने उसकी छत गिर गई।
अच्छा, रीना जी, can I please address you? रीना जी, I want to address you. रीना ji, understood. But can I address you with a question? Please, 1 minute. Shantanu will be on the debate. I would like Gaurav, 1 minute. Shantanu.
I also have a question for her.
I just want to ask you a very simple question. Gaurav, I want to ask you a very simple question. I've been thinking about this. In fact, when I was at that center today, I started thinking more deeply about it. And I have not been able to get an answer. While coming back in the car also, I was thinking about it. I thought I will ask you. Can I ask you the question? Prime Minister has made it clear what he will give the people of India in his third term. He says, in my third term, I will make India the third largest economy. I want to ask you, Reena ji.
He is God.
That is your expression, sir.
He is above all.
That is your. I am asking you, Reena ji. What will you give? You are only saying, we will remove Modi. Am I right, Shantanu?
Exactly.
What they are saying is, we will remove Modi. और भारत की जनता जो डिबेट देख रही है, वो कह रहे हैं कि अच्छा, नरेंद्र मोदी ने कहा कि मैं देश को विकसित कर दूंगा, मैं टॉप 3 इकोनॉमीज में ले आऊंगा। दैट इज मोदीज गारंटी। कहा था गारंटी? He says ये मोदी की गारंटी है। आपकी गारंटी क्या है? आपकी गारंटी एक ही है। 1 मिनट। आपकी गारंटी है कि आप सारे लोग मिलके कह रहे हैं कि हम मोदी को हटाएंगे, ये आपकी गारंटी है। और नरेंद्र मोदी की गारंटी देश के लिए है, आपकी गारंटी आपके राजनीतिक स्वार्थ के लिए या आपकी राजनीतिक व्यवस्था के लिए, इट कैन बी कंपल्शन और सेल्फिशनेस, आई डोंट नो। सो हाउ कैन यू मैच? व्हाई शुड पीपल लिसन टू यू? व्हाई शुड पीपल वोट फॉर यू? पीपल वांट समथिंग फॉर देमसेल्व्स, नो?
No, Arnab, let's
people,
listen to Modi.
No, people have not said कि मोदी हटाओ. ये मोदी हटाओ आपने शुरू किया.
Trust Modi on
this मोदी हटाओ.
हसीन सपने.
बहुत छोटी चीज है. 9.5 साल पहले.
No, why? No.
हम गए वो आए. वो जाएंगे हम आएंगे.
9.5 साल पहले जो जुमले छोड़े गए, जो गारंटी दी गई थी.
No.
बेटी बचाओ बेटी का नारा अकबरीपुर में क्या है?
Okay, बात कर ले. One minute. Okay, 1 minute. I'll put 1 minute. I'll put Tausif 1 minute. Tausif 1 minute. I have 4 people on the screen right now. I'm putting you, Reena, I'm putting Pankaj. Okay. I am putting Tausif and I am putting Kartik Reddy on the debate. Okay. Then we'll take the debate forward. No, I'm sorry, it's not balanced. I shall put Gaurav Bhatia, right, and Shantanu along with Reena and Kartik Reddy. Now let's debate. Tausif, I'll come to you in a minute.
See,
I'm saying it's frustrating for people. It's frustrating for people that in this country the opposition is not giving clarity on what the country will get if they were to come to power. Yeah. I'm saying give the guarantee. This is a live program. Ab idhar udhar Modi hatao is not a guarantee.
I agree.
You go to the streets outside where the convention center was and say, my guarantee is Modi hatao. People won't vote for you. Will they vote? Will they vote on that, Shantanu? Will they vote on that, Shantanu? Is that a voting matter? Reena, you have to give a guarantee.
Yes.
What is your guarantee?
And when they have seen golden 9.5 years.
80 crore people are dependent on free ration today. Because 80 crore...
Freebies are not a guarantee.
Are you not giving free ration in Delhi?
Are
you not giving free ration in Delhi? Are you not giving free ration in Delhi?
Because there is high inflation.
Reena.
Because there is record high unemployment. What are you talking about? Third largest economy. You and I know very well. It depends on per capita income. If 5 people in this country are developing, friends of Modi ji, the likes of Adani, will that make our country prosperous? Absolutely not. So please do not do more.
The debate is trending. Ladies and gentlemen, trending right now. Hashtag Modi term. I want Kartik Reddy looking very unhappy on the debate. Kartik, you know this. Kartik, you know this. Kartik, you know this.
May I come in, please? I hope my friends on the debate would let me speak.
Reena, stop.
Reena, please let me speak, please.
Shantanu is on the debate.
Reena, please let me speak.
Shantanu is on the debate.
May I come in, please?
Reena, full stop. Reena, semicolon, comma, full stop. Thank you.
Arnab, I'll request my panelists to come out of Delhi, travel in the street.
Directly to
travel to the streets of India, travel to the Purvanchal Expressway, to the Bundelkhand Expressway, to the upcoming Ganga Expressway. India has become a very different country. It's not as diluted as Delhi is because of your chief minister. India is a very different country, and when Modi ji is saying that in the third term, India will become the 3rd largest economy, we are already the 5th largest economy. Don't you take pride in that?
Largest economy
don't you take pride? So, you are not even proud that your country is the 5th largest economy.
The economy goes up, the GDP goes up.
You are not even proud of the fact that India is the 5th largest economy.
I have a question. Sonia Gandhi has a house. Sabarwal ji bura na mane, jump mat kijiye, Pankaj. Sonia Gandhi has a house. The area of the house must be more than the White House.
Arvind
Kejriwal has a bigger house. No. My question.
The Prime Minister lives in a jhopadi.
Sonia Gandhi is not the Prime Minister.
No.
Arvind Kejriwal is not the Prime Minister yet.
Yes,
my question is Pankaj, freedom of expression. Pankaj. Sonia Gandhi has a house as big as the White House. But we have not had a proper convention center. I don't understand. We've not had a proper stadium. I don't understand. You give me the logic here. Yeah. You spend on yourself, not for the people. And when... Pardon, what did you say? Huh? Kya bola aapne?
There was a convention center in Pragati Maidan. There were convention centers in Bombay.
Was it of the scale that the country needed? Did we have the vision? Soch badi kyun nahi thi?
सोच बड़ी क्यों नहीं
नहीं आप जवाब दीजिए सोच बड़ी कब होगी
बात शुरू हुआ है
रॉबर्ट वाड्रा की जमीन होगी
शांतनु
आप बेतुकी बातें करते हैं जिनका नहीं है
आप बोलिए इनको बोलिए
come to Kashi with me next time. I was in Kashi for last 5 days. I was in Rudras Convention Center. My God, what a convention center! And now I'm looking at
मोदी जी पैसा बाहर से ला रहे हैं अरे भैया हमारा GST है हमारा पैसा है, देश का पैसा है।
lot of young boys
talking यार।
Development and progress is a continuous process.
Now
development and continuous development.
GST है, जो impose की हुई है, जब्बर टैक्स है, गरीबी, महंगाई, ये दिया देश को।
You go and talk to the youth of this country. किसी के पास
नौकरी नहीं है।
Okay, I asked the question. I asked. No, you came in late. I asked the question again. I asked the question again. I'm getting extremely frustrated. 9:29 debate is trending. People are watching, and all I'm asking today is this: a very simple question. For I like to keep my questions simple. Karthik, I just get them in because there's only fair and balanced program on national television. The Karthik has to get a chance. Karthik, good evening, Karthik. Good evening. I thought you would say good night if I didn't get you in for another 10 minutes. But my question would be to you. Karthik, listen to me. Modi says, I will make the country one of the top 3 in the world economically in my 3rd term. It is my guarantee. I want to know, Karthik, from you. What is your guarantee? What is your guarantee is we will remove Modi. Is that a guarantee for the people? You have to give a vision, please. Please.
Arnab,
Modi Hatao. Modi Hatao is not a guarantee.
Arnab, if you remember pretty well, I was on your debate multiple times talking about alliances, one Congress-led, one BJP-led alliance. And I was one of the very few people on national television who was very clearly said, it is not enough to mug up numbers. I was talking about the erstwhile UPA alliance, now it's called INDIA. It is not enough to mug up numbers. It is not enough to show leaders.
I.N.D.I.A.
You need an idea. You need an agenda. You need a vision. You need a vision to show to the people of this country for them to garner confidence. And I do not see the alliance led by the Congress party, which met twice, once in Patna, once in Bengaluru, has any agenda to be shown to this country, which can beat the agenda of the BJP. One. Point number 2, Arnab. You're talking about the 3rd largest economy, the 5th largest economy. We should understand the fact that we have come from a long, long way from 1947. We were 3% of the world's economy then. We have come a long way from the last 10 years, and we have to go a long way from here. Arnab, there's a fact we have to remember. We are very happy where we are, but do not take credit
away from the
people of this
country. So you're saying we have come a long way in the
people
last 10 years. I appreciate the fact that a BRS spokesperson is saying on Republic that the Modi Prime Ministership has seen the country go a long way.
We will reach the 3rd biggest economy in the world in very, very soon. Arnab, you haven't listened to my point. I was telling you, with Modi or without Modi, we will be the 3rd largest economy in the coming decade. And that is the strength of this country. Do not take credit away from the people of this country. Very nice. I compliment Prime Minister what he's done, but do not take credit away from the people of this country, please.
Arnab? No, just one. I want Gaurav Bhatia to respond to that. Gaurav Bhatia, his essential point is, don't take credit. Don't take credit. You want to fight for the 3rd term, fight for the 3rd term, but don't take credit. Your response.
Arnab, first of all, this is not about credit. I think it is about feeling proud as an Indian. And I think it's very heartening to see a spokesperson coming and also feeling proud just the way we do, just like every citizen does. I'm saying Modi ji doesn't want any credit for all the good work that has been done. But when history will be written, as I pointed out, all the historical...
I'm very sorry, Gaurav Bhatia.
Can you let him finish?
Women are being raped in Manipur. I am not feeling proud.
Can you be quiet?
Can let him finish?
Can you be quiet?
Audio layer.
Can you be quiet? Please ask her to be quiet.
No fighting.
Okay.
No fighting.
Yes,
no fighting.
Thank you.
Yeah,
you know,
but
Modi
there's never any fighting on my program, so please.
And that is the point I want to highlight. Modi ji mentioned about a lobby, the Tukde gang, the perpetual pessimists, rushing to the court to create obstructions for all the dream projects. Like getting Rafale for the country. You remember the Supreme Court gave a verdict. Rahul Gandhi, for the lies that he told the nation, had to apologize before the Supreme Court. After the Supreme Court said that obtaining Rafale is the interest of the country.
Why do you keep blaming everything to Rahul Gandhi?
Why are you defending Rahul Gandhi? Why are you defending him? That's what a Congress spokesperson. No, but why is an AAP spokesperson defending Rahul Gandhi? Why is an AAP spokesperson defending Rahul Gandhi? This is the eighth wonder of the world.
Last evening it sent Rajya with Congress.
Prime Minister. If Manipur is burning, then Rahul Gandhi is not responsible.
Why are you defending Rahul Gandhi?
कि मफलर मैन ने कहा है अपने प्रवक्ता को
for Manipur burning.
Okay, can I
guarantee for the Aam Aadmi Party is only one. They will ensure massage for the criminals inside the jail. The deputy CM of their party was a corrupt person who has not got bail after 7-8 months. Satendra Jain has not got bail after 1 year. And shameful for you that you do not have faith in the judiciary of the country. That is showing the mirror to you. सबसे बड़ा भ्रष्टाचारी अरविंद केजरीवाल, the kingpin of all the scams, the excise scam, the bus scam.
One minute. Reena, hold your debate. Reena, I say let us have an open debate. No, one minute. Reena,
let me deal with her now. She needs to be set right. You know, she needs to be reminded.
One versus one. Can I? Reena, please, you are not even listening to it. Please.
सोनिया गांधी को जेल जाना चाहिए. आज कैसे उनके साथ है बताइए. चलिए इधर उधर की बात छोड़िए. अपने गुरु को ढक लिया हजारे को. ये बताइए सोनिया गांधी इस करप्ट, मुलायम सिंह यादव इस करप्ट, शरद पवार इस करप्ट. And today he's mingling with those.
Wait a minute. रुक जाइए. Wait. Calm down. मत बोलिए. Wait. Reena, wait. Reena, wait. 1 minute. जो बात कही जा रही है. The thing what is being said. Reena, wait. Please wait. My question here now. My question now. My question now. My submission now. My intervention now. Mohammad Tausif Rahman. The point being made by almost all of you is don't take credit. And that not, the economy may have grown, but it's not helped the poor people. That is the basic argument. Okay, now 1 minute. Now, my point is, Narendra Modi became Prime Minister in 2014, we are in 2023. My information is that 13.5 crore Indians, जो प्रधानमंत्री ने आज कहा, 135 million Indians have been moved out of multi-dimensional poverty. Listen to me. मुझे पता है कि आपको चुभती है. I know you don't like it. नहीं, मुझे पता है. I know you don't like it. मुझे नहीं पता. नहीं, I'm telling you. Please, don't give me this logic. The question is, I say to myself, how amazing. Mohammad Tausif Rahman, 135 million Indians out of poverty, right? Are you not proud? What do you want? In a few years, extreme poverty would have gone.
You have changed the formula of poverty line.
This is a standard argument. Standard argument.
First of all,
I will not accept the statistics. I will use statistics and I will not accept it when. Okay, I'm asking Tausif Rahman. I'm asking Tausif Rahman. Please let your partner speak. For Tausif, your partner. Yeah.
I waited half an hour because I understand you don't want me to speak and spoil your party, which is going on today. And this is just like, I was sitting here, I was thinking like Mungeri Lal ke Haseen Sapne when you're talking about the third term. Not you, but of course Narendra Modi is talking about Mungeri Lal ke Haseen Sapne ke main aa jaunga aur aisa ho jayega. The problem is that you should be ashamed. The BJP government should be ashamed where you're talking about those projects which is coming on 2024 और फिलहाल आज के लिए what is happening? घर जला के दिवाली सेलिब्रेट हो रही है. Manipur is burning. And how swiftly this half an hour, one of the best debate in India, Republic Channel, hosted by Arnab Goswami, swiftly Manipur issue has been removed. And I want to add Gaurav Bhatia, about which Prime Minister you're talking about, who doesn't want to spend 4 hours a year in Parliament, who hasn't spoken in 7 years, who hasn't given answers to the opposition in 7 years inside the Parliament. or outside the parliament where he has his own story?
That's a lie.
Like Alibaba Charlie.
Okay, no, but let Gaurav respond, then I'm opening it up.
What third time you're talking about?
No, can I respond?
What third time you're talking about? Manipur is working. India is not in a functional state.
Let him finish. Gaurav, you will respond.
India is not in a functional state. First make this country a functional state. Then you will talk about third term. Then you talk about trillion country. Then you talk about rupee versus dollar.
Can you look at the eyes?
What is the situation in India?
Can you look at the eyes? Can you look at the country? Okay.
You spoke about Chhattisgarh.
Okay, now he wants to respond.
When half of the state in this country is
Should I stop your party? Should I stop your party now?
Third term?
Can I stop your party now? Aap party kyun kar rahe hain? Just stop your party and let him respond now. By the way, and I don't feel jealous that you're not in the studio. I know you always prefer to be in the studio.
No
you like the fantastic coffee that I serve you here. Now listen to me, Gaurav Bhatia is responding to you. Gaurav Bhatia is responding to you. Gaurav Bhatia. But you did not answer my point on 135 million Indians being pulled out of multidimensional poverty. And Gaurav Bhatia is responding to you. Thank you.
He is bound to
Gaurav Bhatia is responding. Tausif, you had your full turn. It's 1 versus 3 versus 4. Should he not respond to you?
Right. Okay, so Arnab,
the floor is open.
My friend from the TMC
said
that
it's not over yet.
Has not spoken in the last 7 years on the floor of the House. Let me tell him, 24 times Narendra Modi ji has spoken on the floor of the House as Prime Minister. 24 times. So first of all, factually, you correct yourself, apologize to the nation for spreading falsehood and lies. Just the way Mamata Banerjee does. Second,
since 2021, how many hours he has spent inside the parliament?
Please be quiet. I did a fact check.
Who are you? Why should I be quiet?
That's bad. Veena, that's bad. He just started. Please, this is your heckling now. This is not right. I know you do this. Don't do this. Please. Hold on.
Who are you? It's a debate. We are not here. We have not attended some reception.
I was listening to you.
Who are you then makes it personal. You know, Tausif, you don't have to do that. Who are you? Where are you from? I don't need that argument. Please let him respond to you. Please. Gentlemen, be quiet. Tausif mat karo na. Tausif, listen. 2.5 minutes, 3 minutes, 35 seconds. I watched by the clock you spoke. Nobody interrupted you. Bole do. Go on.
Yes. Now, Tausif, my friend, said that there are places burning. Let me tell you, you come from a party where West Bengal, when it was burning, Mamata Banerjee was looking the other way. 52 Indians lost their lives. And you know what the High Court said? They reprimanded Mamata Banerjee. And they said it seems democracy is dead.
Banerjee was
which
not
the
vanished.
Supreme Court had also earlier said.
Mamata Banerjee never went to US for his dream projects.
Please be quiet. Please be quiet.
Mamata Banerjee was answering.
This is not fair. You know, you don't have to rebut me line by line. Just wait. Wait for your turn. I know you are a good debater. You will have your facts right. Third, most importantly, I must tell you, Arnab, these people,
you're wasting time.
In 2028 also will be preparing to get a no confidence motion which will be defeated just the way it was in 2018. And डंके की चोट पे आपके चैनल पे कहता हूँ 303 सीटों से ज्यादा आएंगी 2024 में. हिम्मत है तो रोक के दिखा देना. And what Modi ji has done during the COVID
Let the people of India decide.
Ignored Manipur.
Let the people of India decide.
Manipur ignored.
Let the people of India decide.
I'm coming to you right now. Right now. I'm really sorry. No. I think they're right. I've hardly gone to Ishkaran on the debate. I think we'll open up 2 versus 3. Can I please request the producers have 2 versus 3?
हाथ में है रुमाल और समझ रहे हैं शोल.
Let the people of India decide.
इनका भ्रष्टाचार छुपने वाला नहीं है छोटे से रुमाल से.
When we go to give the exam, teacher decides the basket.
Okay, now I want to. I'd like to go to Ishkaran and have a studio debate for a while. Those who have not spoken so far are Pankaj and BRS on one side, and Shantanu and Ishkaran on the other. I would like to start with Pankaj and then get you to respond. Pankaj, did you see the Prime Minister's confidence today? The way in which he spoke in a self-assured manner, absolute confidence, third biggest economy, and he listed out what has been done there. And he has, in a way, made his vision of a developed India into the issue before the country. Who would not want to vote for a developed India?
So development is a continuous process. And what did he say? He didn't say anything
new. Was there
new.
development during Chandrasekhar's time as Prime Minister?
All rhetoric.
Was there development during Devegowda's time as Prime Minister?
Yes, and he says...
Was there development during I.K. Gujral's time as Prime Minister?
And he said...
Was there development during Morarji Desai's time as Prime Minister? I'm saying all the coalition governments, all the Khichdi Sarkars, was there development? Pankaj, look
Was there no development?
Pankaj,
was there no development?
Pankaj, we had to... Pankaj, we had to...
Pankaj, before 2014...
One minute.
Before 2014, nothing was there. That means 10 years of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, Morarji Desai, VP Singh,
yes.
They
did
nothing.
Does it cause you hurt to say that under Prime Minister Modi's time, Ishkaran issue is this, what I call, is it some kind of professional jealousy? I mean, is it that we are not willing to accept that during
the time of Desai ji, how old you were?
Wow, primary school. No,
it's a process. It's a life journey.
No, what? The question is not.
PM ने खुद बोला, कदम बढ़ता है.
I think
चाल बढ़ती है.
आप समझ नहीं रहे.
कद बढ़ता है समय के साथ.
Pace of growth, vision. Where do we want to see the country? Prime Minister ने एक बात कही. Prime Minister said. Prime
Minister's debate. We have to make 2 points which are very serious because it's been dismissed as he is God.
You addressed Pankaj and all directly.
Mungeri Lal ke Haseen Sapne. So he said 2 things. First, he said, I'll get a 3rd term. Second, he said, it will be the 3rd largest economy.
Clearly.
Now, the thing with greatest of all times, like Tendulkar, he could predict what the opposition will do next, and he had the confidence that he will do and smack them all around the park. Desert Storm, or for Nadal, or for anybody at the best of him. 2018, he predicted he will bring a no confidence motion in 2023. That also had 2 predictions. Once, that he will be the Prime Minister in 2019. Second, in 2023, exactly, not 21, 22 or 24 January, you will bring it a no confidence motion. Exactly as per his timing, a no confidence motion has been brought in. This is the level of genius. Once again, this is the level of genius of the man, and this is the level in which you act as per his timeline. In 2018, say this. In 2018 to say it, and for you to do it in 2023.
There is no confidence
and the same thing.
By speaking in the Parliament, by giving a comprehensive statement in the Parliament on Manipur.
Okay, here's a question.
You need to admit the fact that you can't predict you will win your own Amethi seat. You can't predict you will win your own Amethi seat.
Why not? People of India will decide. Who is he to decide? Who is he? The people of India will decide. The people of India will decide. People of India will decide.
The voters decide.
Have faith on people. Have faith on people. Don't drum beat. अपना drum beat मत करो. अरे भाई आप छोड़िए ना. रिवर्स होने वाला है. अरे छोड़िए. ये 2 सीट थी. 2 सीट थी 2. भारतीय जनशक्ति. अरे आपका भी नाम चेंज हुआ है. बीजेपी. भारतीय जनशक्ति.
My question is, and I like Pankaj and Reena on the debate. Pankaj and Reena. No, one. I say there was a global economic crisis in 2008. In 2008, there was a global economic crisis. Manmohan Singh was the Prime Minister of India, we all know. And he was a disaster. I mean, I have never seen a person as much of a disaster as Prime Minister. You know, sleeping and snoozing in 2008 till the Satyam scam broke. 7.3% crash in the Sensex, jeopardizes India's future for FDI. You guys keep saying, yeah, he's a great economist. You know, he almost destabilized the entire Indian economy at that time. Chandrasekhar sold our gold. You people do not understand, and you people do not have the heart to accept that the kind of leadership that we have seen, the 34,000 lakh crores put into infrastructure development, is an expression of the confidence and investment in the Indian economy by the government. Aapka paisa nahi tha us samay. I'm asking you. I'm asking you. Yeah.
Aapki salary kya thi?
No, I'm not saying everybody's been a disaster. I am asking you, what is your vision? Your vision is to say that the Prime Minister, your vision is to say.
Channel banaya na aaj, aapki growth hui.
I will say.
Forget our vision. I want to talk about just the 4 things the Prime Minister that Modi he will do in the country. Just
UN BRS on one side, BJP on the other side with Shantanu. Thank you. Yeah.
He said 2 crore jobs every year.
Yeah.
2 crore jobs every year. By now, there should have been 18 crore jobs. Number 1. He said farmers' income will double. He said everybody will have a house by 2022. He said dollar and rupee will become equal. I'm not even discussing everything else that he has said over the years. All the jumlas.
Government has sold everything.
Just the 4 jumlas.
Yes.
These were his visions.
And what
on these visions? Where are we on these visions?
Don't respond to that.
As far as
by this government,
on the screen.
By this government, yes.
Don't speak over each other, please.
As far as infrastructure is concerned, you look at the internet, it's flooded with all the highways.
Look at Sarkar for not releasing funds for infrastructure. I want to bring this in. Supreme Court hearing. 1 second. Because infrastructure is there, we have to put the Supreme Court hearing in here.
What he promised.
Supreme Court asked AAP government.
Both of you at each other. 1 minute. Nobody else. Only 2 on the screen right now. Only 2.
Supreme Court asked AAP government. Madam, you cannot shut me down. Supreme Court asked.
Address him. Address her. Address her.
Supreme Court
address him.
AAP government. Is it true that Supreme Court asked you to put on affidavit the fact that you do not have money for infrastructure, but what have you spent on advertisement in last 3 years? You put it on affidavit and you talk about infrastructure. It was a shameful stand before the Supreme Court where you said we will not fund infrastructure because we do not have money for infrastructure. Supreme Court said give an affidavit for expenditure of 3 years on advertisement.
I'd like right now.
After that affidavit came, you released.
I ask you.
So please do not talk about infrastructure because without Supreme Court warning that they will attack your
where has all this money gone?
Infrastructure budget, the metro project, that is when
1 minute, yeah.
All of them.
You're not listening.
And we are talking about infrastructure where you put 3 years, 1100 crores into advertisement.
So where has all
why are you speaking over each other?
Attach your advertisement budget for infrastructure. And you talk about infrastructure. Please, that is way too rich. That is 1100 crores way too rich. That is why you have to file an affidavit where the Supreme Court asked you, if you do not have money for infrastructure, we will attack.
DRS on the right. Thank you. Karthik and Gaurav. Karthik, do you think it's getting a bit late for the opposition to give an alternative vision? Without an alternative vision, you won't get votes. Yeah.
Arnab bhai, on a lighter note, I think you should not allow more than 2 people in your studio physically. I believe your panelists do not let anybody other than themselves speak. Arnab, we can do this tu mai mai all day, and I believe we can throw this gauntlet of opposition and power in future debates also. On a very serious note, I heard your monologue in Manipur go viral, Arnab. The conscience of this country is hurt. The people want answers about Manipur. Let's not talk about Rajasthan, Bengal, if ever needed one. Let's talk about the other states also, if there are crimes against women. But the state of Manipur is on the brink of collapse. I do not remember any other state in the last 25 years which is facing the troubles that Manipur is facing. I hope, I appeal through you. I know that your channel has influence and your debate has been watched very rigorously. I hope there are people in power, especially the Honorable Prime Minister, my Prime Minister, sit up and say, I will answer Manipur. We do not want a Prime Minister tomorrow, Arnab bhai. We want a statesman. We want a leader of this country. Wake up and say, yes, Manipur is the responsibility of this country, and we will answer questions regarding to Manipur.
I will let Gaurav respond to that. Gaurav.
So Karthik, I think you have raised a very valid point, and I would first answer your point itself. I would not go to Rajasthan, dignity of women being violated in other Congress-ruled states or opposition party-ruled states. I would only say Parliament is a place for discussion. Shri Amit Shah ji, who is the Home Minister of the country, very categorically on the floor of the House said, let's have a discussion. Now you tell me, if there has been an incident which needs to be debated, discussed so that we can prevent such incidents from happening, does it matter that the debate is for 2.5 hours or it lasts for 2 days? I think when they start questioning the locus and the standing of the Home Minister, when they start saying Prime Minister should first answer and then we will have a debate, I think itself shows that they don't want a debate, they want to politicize
I'm closing with a few tweets.
And I would say that once the opposition party...
I'm closing with a few tweets on the delayed Motorola moment.
The Prime Minister would be in a better position to respond and also take this
Okay.
to have a constructive debate.
Ruchi Saxena 09 says the biggest motto of the Prime Minister is the security and development of the nation. What is the agenda of the .I.N.D.I.A the nation wants to know. Agnel Pereira 23 says PM is definite to take to the 4th term and put India on top. And finally, we have the mighty soul saying PM Modi's speech has set the tone for 2024 and made the elections more interesting. Thank you very much, everyone, for an extremely feisty debate. And see you on the other side on the promise of the ongoing debate of a no-confidence motion. Do we really need one? In a few minutes.
QS and THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
I've been into this area a lot, and I've been flying over this area a lot, and every time, I fly over these areas, I'm transported back to 1999. Those emotions, having fought a war here, will never go. We are so attached to this place. But yeah, coming to your question, things have changed tremendously. 1999, there was only a brigade which was looking after this entire frontage. And we had these winter vacated posts. We were patrolling in the gaps, looking at anti-terrorism. But the Pakistanis, they stabbed us in the back. All these winter vacated posts which were there, they came through the gaps, occupied these, and thought that they will be able to occupy these dominating heights, cut off the National Highway 1 Alpha, which was the major route, lifeline to the glacier and to Ladakh. And they were very confident that we are in a dominating position, and the Indian Army will not be able to evict them from here. But, my bottom line is, who dares wins. And the Indian Army, the soldier, is very brave. So while the entire situation was against all odds, the high altitude area, sub-zero temperatures, glaciated terrain and acclimatization required, and then the approaches along which we were to attack and recapture these features were very limited. The approaches are so narrow that firstly you have to walk in a single file. If you slip and fall, it's certain death. And God forbid, if an enemy is sitting on top, climbing these mountains itself is a challenge without the enemy sitting on the top. And if the enemy is sitting on top on that approach where you have to go with a machine gun, the chances of success are zero. Absolutely zero. But then, the tactics that we employed, the artillery that we employed, and we were able to evict. And of course, the gallant actions of the brave soldiers, against all odds, we launched attacks after attacks after attacks, and we recaptured all these features. Since then, the situation has totally changed. That time we were very thinly deployed. There was only a brigade here, but later on, we have now inducted more than a division, which is deployed in these areas. The winter brigade posts are very, very limited, and we have brought in a lot of technology with regard to the surveillance. New weapons have been inducted. The artillery support is now much more, and so we are much stronger here now.
The situation in Manipur is complex. It is far from normal. There is a parallel insurgency problem. New videos appear daily that display the barbarity that is underway. The Chief Minister has failed. And I also said the only thing that can solve the present situation is an expression of unity externally and internally. The government of India is ready for a discussion on what appears to be a great pressing matter of national security. Let a debate happen. But I have never heard of a situation where you don't let a debate happen and block Parliament to not have a debate. But when the pro-Khalistani elements tried to bring down the tricolour in the Red Fort, when the consequences became too dangerous to own up for, that is when they do not want to speak a word. If you do not understand the complexities of the Northeast, then enter into a debate on it. Let there be a demand for a proper debate, not just on Manipur, but the entire Northeastern Parliament, and let that be a debate that continues till we find some kind of an intellectual resolution. But do not play with the sentiments of the people of the Northeast. Do not play with the national security. These are complex issues. They require deep and immediate solutions.
मैं अपने बेटे को ही याद करती हूँ मेरा एक ही बेटा था। मैं उदय मान की माता हूँ। मेरा नाम कांता देवी है। टाइगर हिल पर शहीद हुआ था मेरा बेटा। और माँ सब कुछ।
Motorola, India's best 5G smartphone brand.
मैं देश को ये भी विश्वास दिलाऊंगा कि तीसरे टर्म में दुनिया की पहली 3 इकोनॉमीज में एक नाम भारत का होगा और ये मोदी की गारंटी है।
QS&THE, the world's foremost university rankings organizations, have ranked Amity amongst the top 3% universities globally, making it among the very few Indian universities to be included in both rankings. Yet another top ranking for Amity University.
The situation in Manipur is complex. It is far from normal. There is a parallel insurgency problem. New videos appear daily that display the barbarity that is underway. The Chief Minister has failed. And I also said the only thing that can solve the present situation is an expression of unity externally and internally. The government of India is ready for a discussion on what appears to be a great pressing matter of national security. Let a debate happen. But I have never heard of a situation where you don't let a debate happen and block Parliament to not have a debate. But when the pro-Khalistani elements tried to bring down the tricolour in the Red Fort, when the consequences became too dangerous to own up for, that is when they do not want to speak a word. If you do not understand the complexities of the Northeast, then enter into a debate on it. Let there be a demand for a proper debate, not just on Manipur, but the entire Northeastern Parliament, and let that be a debate that continues till we find some kind of an intellectual resolution. But do not play with the sentiments of the people of the Northeast. Do not play with the national security. These are complex issues. They require deep and immediate solutions.
मैं अपने बेटे को ही याद करती हूँ। मेरा एक ही बेटा था। मैं उदय मान की माता हूँ। मेरा नाम कांता देवी है। टाइगर हिल पर शहीद हुआ था मेरा बेटा। और माँ सब कुछ भूल जाती है मगर बेटे को नहीं भूलती। माँ का एक ऐसा गम है और ऐसा दुख है कि बेटा बोलना बड़ा मुश्किल है। बेटा नहीं बोल सकती।
कब ज्वाइन किया था? क्या मोटिवेशन रहा था फोर्स ज्वाइन करने के
लिए? 90 मेरे 96 में भर्ती हुआ था। 96 में या 97 में भर्ती हुआ था। वो 2 साल नौकरी थी उसकी सारी कुल 2 साल ही थी। तो 19 साल का था। और 99 में 14 को बैसाखी आई थी। 14 की बैसाखी थी तो 13 तारीख को छुट्टी आया था जब गंगानगर से। जब आया तो हम बड़े खुश हुए कि राजकुमार आया। उसके दादू ने उसी वक्त हलवाई को बोल दिया कि खाना बनाओ, आज खूब दिवाली के दिन पहले लोगों को बांटेंगे। घर में आ गया, दिवाली बनाएंगे अच्छी तरह। दिवाली नहीं, बैसाखी बनाएंगे। तो जब बैसाखी के दिन ठीक पूरी छुट्टी काटी उसने। 14 जून की छुट्टी काट गए तो घर से गया था। पहले जाता था, कभी कभी वापस आ जाता था। हमारी कान भाई नहीं जा रही है, मैं आ गया हूँ, हम जम्मू के हैं। तो इस बार गया तो फिर वापस नहीं आया।
You know, the life goes on, and while it's been 24 years, and I've been fortunate enough to be here every alternate year. I think I don't even recall whether it's my 15th trip or 16th trip in the last 24 years. But to me,
the situation in Manipur is complex. It is far from normal. There is a parallel insurgency problem. New videos appear daily that display the barbarity that is underway. The Chief Minister has failed. And I also said the only thing that can solve the present situation is an expression of unity externally and internally. The government of India is ready for a discussion on what appears to be a great pressing matter of national security. Let a debate happen. But I have never heard of a situation where you don't let a debate happen and block Parliament to not have a debate. debate. But when the pro-Khalistani elements tried to bring down the tricolour in the Red Fort, when the consequences became too dangerous to own up for, that is when they do not want to speak a word. If you do not understand the complexities of the Northeast, then enter into a debate on it. Let there be a demand for a proper debate, not just on Manipur, but the entire Northeastern Parliament, and let that be a debate that continues till we find some kind of an intellectual resolution. But do not play with the sentiments of the people of the Northeast. Do not play with the national security. These are complex issues. They require deep and immediate solutions.
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Arnab Goswami on The Debate at 10, powered by Reva University, Quick Heal and Green Lamb Laminates.
Good evening and welcome back, and time now, ladies and gentlemen, for the nation's sharpest opinion. Now I have seen all